All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm CBS 13 Chief Meteorologist Charlie Lopresti. Thanks for clicking on to this afternoon's Weather Extra. We're getting ready for the CBS 13 Live at 5 newscast here. And, you know, we've been asking for some rainfall, and it looks like we're going to get it. We've had a very dry stretch. Only a little over an inch of rain in the month of September, and we're probably going to get between 3 and 5 inches of rain over the next 24 to 36 hours. So let's jump into it. This is what we have here. Here's the latest watches and warnings from the National Weather Service. We have a flood watch out for the entire region. This goes into effect late tonight and extends through Thursday morning. In addition to that, we have a coastal flood watch. This goes into effect Wednesday morning and extends through Thursday afternoon. The first high tide to keep an eye out on will be the one a little after 1 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. All the players are on the field here. This is our first round of heavy rain. The atmosphere is just primed for tropical downpours. We have a cold front, which is right here. You can easily make that out. Look at all this moisture surging north, right up the eastern seaboard. That is going to be heading into our neighborhood overnight tonight and extending into the morning tomorrow. I still think our heaviest downpours will be during the morning on Wednesday. So here's Storm Tracker. This is about 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. It's pouring cats and dogs during this period. The rain will be starting to wind down late in the day. Notice how the old front just kind of hangs out offshore here. Thursday looks to be a decent day. This is 6 o'clock in the afternoon. At the same time, there's a lot of moisture that continues to surge north right out of the Bahamas and actually coming out of what is now Tropical Storm Joaquin. So some of that moisture is going to try to head up into our direction. There's still a lot of question marks between that Friday and Monday time frame, though. It still looks like we'll get back into some rain. The big question is how much for Friday, and I think we're going to stay unsettled with breezy with some on and off rain through the weekend. The timing is still highly uncertain still over the weekend, though, so stay tuned as we get closer. Let's talk about round number one. This is tonight through Wednesday. This is 1 o'clock in the morning. So whatever we have out ahead of the primary batch of rain is just going to be showers, but again, the atmosphere is just primed that any of those showers could produce heavy downpours or torrential downpours at that. So there will be some showers out ahead of this tonight. Heaviest rainfall tonight through about 1 a.m. should be in the mountains. Notice how warm and muggy it is. Very, very tropical atmosphere. It's going to stay that way right through tomorrow. This is 10 o'clock in the morning. It's not too often we get those bright reds that show up on Storm Tracker. That's some torrential downpours. It's going to be pouring cats and dogs with temps in the 60s during that period. Heaviest rain Wednesday morning. Notice how the rain starts to wind down late in the day. This is 2 o'clock. We're seeing the back edge push through the area. There's Thursday. Things get a little bit better. Sun and clouds. Temps stay cool that day, 50s to near 60 degrees. And notice on Friday, we're right on the edge of some more rain. The old front is situated just offshore. And again, there's a lot of tropical moisture surging north straight out of the Bahamas. So it all depends. Does it get into our area? I think we will get into some rain, back into some rain, I should say, for Friday and extending into the weekend. Take these numbers with a grain of salt. This is the RPM model, just some of the expected rainfall totals here. I think we're going to get a solid 3 to 5 inches of rain. Let's remember, we've only had a little over an inch in the month of September total, so we're going to get several months' worth of rain in one day for a lot of areas. The exception, I think there'll be spots over southern York County and southern New Hampshire that get into a little bit of a hole. Some of these numbers over 6s, that may be a little too generous. I think there'll be a lot of 3s and 5s. Again, that's one forecast model run off the RPM model. There's that little hole. This is run off a microcast again. This is through Wednesday. Notice from Portland north through Sebago Lake, Lewiston, Auburn, Augusta, a lot of 4-inch rainfall totals, mid-coast. You're involved in that as well. Forecast modeling from the National Weather Service is looking very similar. There's that hole we just outlined over York County, but many areas in that orange to yellow range, 3 to 5 inches. This is run off the North American model, or the NAM. This is the GFS model, the U.S. model here. A lot of areas between 3 and 6 inches of rain. So it is possible we could get upwards of 6 inches of rain in some of these tropical downpours through the day Wednesday. I have to clarify, this is through Wednesday. This is not including the weekend rain. So this is the European model, also a very accurate model here. Notice there's that little hole over southern areas, but most towns between 3 and 5 inches of rain. Bottom line, it's going to pour. Another complicating factor will be what happens with Tropical Storm Joaquin. Sustained winds right now 65 miles per hour, gusts of 75. The Hurricane Center's projected track takes this storm meandering in the Atlantic for the next several days, and this is interesting. It becomes a Category 1 storm and then shifts off to the north, and where it goes after that, a lot of uncertainty exists. It still looks like some of that tropical moisture, even if it stays out in the ocean, will try to work up into New England at some point, so something to keep an eye on here. It's a wet weather pattern, something we have not been able to say over the last several weeks. Cloudy with some rain on Wednesday, temps in the 60s, 3 to 5 inches of rain should be expected. Thursday is the only decent day. Clouds with some rain on Friday, chance for more rain Saturday, Sunday, and we could have some more rain on Monday as well. So there it is. That's a look at your forecast. We'll have more updates on Live at 5, CBS 13 at 6, and Fox 23 at 6:30. We'll see you then. Have a nice night.